जयपुर वाया कोटा
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad Bhattacharjya Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दियो.
You know what's common between this Hyderabad batting effort and this chair? It's never comfortable, right? It's never looked comfortable. Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapur here with Simon Doull and Bhattacharjya. Joy, it's true though. Hyderabad in this chase just never looked comfortable. Leave aside the first 8-9 balls. It's never looked comfortable.
Yeah. 8 balls, 9 balls is about it.
Yeah, that's it. And then the first wicket fell. And from then on, how, and we talk about being an oracle, right? How oracle-ish was our prediction about, it's about prediction about breaking this opening partnership. It's just turned out to be almost ominous.
Yeah, and I mean, credit to the Chennai bowlers. I think they were brilliant tonight. There was some good fielding, some brilliant bowling. You know, the batters, ho-hum, Hyderabad, fourth time chasing, third loss.
Yeah.
Chasing. So they went the way of the due factor rather than what is their strength.
Yeah.
They went against their strength, I think, and that scorecard tells you that they're not a good chasing side.
Yeah.
And, you know, it puts into point probably how well Ruturaj and Mitchell played, and Dubey at the back end as well on a surface that probably wasn't that easy. But gee, they've bowled well. That's Chennai of old. Put a target on the board, no matter what it is, and we will just strangle you. Yeah. That is the Chennai that we've come to know at that ground.
Yeah, and they have strangled them. Look at that margin of victory. I mean, this is equivalent to, in Test cricket, this would be an innings loss, right?
It's a right awful thrashing, as they say.
Yeah, this is a proper. I mean, 78 runs is a proper margin and a half. And for Hyderabad, they look at that batting effort and they'll say, "Well, that was just batting. There was no effort." Really, 134 all out in 18.5 overs. Just the fact that you don't bat out 20 overs is bad enough. Then the fact that you've got 134, but you could also tell. I think what Simon is saying makes so much sense about how good Ruturaj, Gaikwad, Daryl, Mitchell and Shivam Dubey were when they were batting first. But another point, and there's so much to unpack here, but I think the most important point today is about that toss. You bat first, which is your strength. Forget the due. You bat first, you know it's your strength. If you score 250, 240, 250, it doesn't matter if every of those 120 balls are slipping out of your hands, the other team's on the back foot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's the thing, that you play, it's that conundrum. Do you play to your strength or do you play to the pitch advantage? And I think playing to your strength just psychologically is much better for them, because when you're not playing to your strength, then psychologically you're on the back foot. So you can understand the game against RCB because RCB won the toss. It's a different matter altogether. But here you won the toss. So you want to feel worse about this game because you had a chance to play it your way.
Yeah, really. For Chennai, of course, their bowling just spot on. They got 212. On this surface, 212 is always gold. Now, we looked at that Hyderabad batting lineup. You saw what they've done this season. And you said, you know what? They could get this, right? They could get this. But boy, Chennai just they were like woodpeckers today, right? They just kept going, and eventually that tree fell because there was just some definitive punches with their beaks, so to speak. There you go. Nobody got going. When you look at that, and why do I say that Hyderabad in this chase was just never comfortable? Because not one batter has looked like they could take the game away from Chennai.
Not at one moment. Not at one moment. Markram's best strike rate on the screen that we can see there. And even that was just okay in this type of run chase. It just, outside of Travis Head, I suppose, 13, but, that's just not enough at the top of the order. They just kept chipping away, as you said, and Deshpande up front, inside the power play, sending Anmolpreet out. I mean, it might look like a mistake now. I guess that's their choice, what they wanted to do. I'd rather they use their resources before you bring your impact player in. And is he a better batter than Washington Sundar anyway?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I just think they've got it wrong. They have got it wrong again. They've gone away from their strength and played to one factor of the game rather than, I mean, especially after coming off quite a hefty loss, chasing already. You kind of want to take the advantage.
Yeah.
Put yourselves back in that prime position and just say, boys, go out there again. Do what we've done batting first and let's just try and blow them away. Yeah. Make them chase whatever we score.
I'll tell you one more thing. I know for a fact, because many years in Balaji used to be their bowling coach, that Chennai has a regular drill where their fast bowlers, all of them practice definitively for 15-20 minutes. They put a ball in the, literally have a bucket. They drop a ball inside, put it out, and they practice bowling with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's something that they prepare for. So it's not, don't think that, they're suddenly gripping the ball well into you.
Yeah.
They practice this on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Because they know that their ground, 80% of the days, you're going to get to.
Yeah. I'll tell you who was gripping the ball well today. None of their bowlers. I'm talking about Daryl Mitchell. With 5 catches. Joint highest for the number of catches by a fielder. Remember, wicket keepers are not counted in this. So, Mohammad Nabi's got 5 before and Daryl Mitchell got 5 today. It's like the ball was like there was a homing device in it. It's Daryl Mitchell, Daryl Mitchell, Daryl Mitchell, Daryl Mitchell.
Everywhere he went on the boundary, whether it was right-hander or left-hander, they seemed to find him. He's got great hands. He's a terrific fielder in general, Daryl Mitchell, but he's got massive hands.
Yeah.
And they were, I mean, again, catching with a wet ball, their fielding in general was outstanding. We thought the spinners might struggle. Jadeja was superb.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant in those conditions with probably a slightly damp ball. He was absolutely brilliant. We thought that the seamers might play more of a role. He bowled us 4 overs, 1 for 22.
Yeah.
In those conditions, I mean, that's brilliant.
Yeah. And also, props to Tushar Deshpande. May go below the radar because he just got the 1 wicket. And, he may fall behind in terms of recognition to, the phase and definitely to, Pathirana, that 1 dismissal. Yeah, you get the stump out of the ground. It's always fun to watch and enjoy.
Yeah. Just knocks him over.
Yeah.
The sheer power, the Yorker. Yorker's one of the most exciting balls in the game when it sneaks through. No, absolutely fantastic to watch.
Yeah, very Malinga-esque. That action, getting the Yorker where he did, that stump now with the extra drama of it lighting up as it gets out of the ground.
Yeah.
That was a great delivery.
Yeah, or not only that. See, the whole thing, if you see it dramatically or cinematically, as they say.
Yeah.
So first there's the violence. He bowls fast, the ball comes out, and then he goes to that peace. That's it. So the whole contrast of it is absolutely amazing.
Not sure about the eyes, though. I mean, the eyes are a bit scary, aren't they? When he rolls his eyes back in his head, it's like, it's a little bit...
Yeah, it's an Undertaker move, I
Yes,
think, right?
yeah.
It's an Undertaker. It's almost
so,
like,
yeah.
is the ghost, what's going on? But yeah, it's working because, he has buried the opposition many, many times. But today was Tushar Deshpande's day, and let's talk about him because he was brilliant today. Getting 3 wickets in the power play, right? Especially against a top-heavy batting side like Hyderabad, that's gold.
Well, the 2 key guys that have got them off to starts, fantastic starts as well, and Abhishek and Travis Head, getting rid of both of them inside the power play, absolutely superb. You can't ask for more than that. And then he picked up Anmolpreet as well. Very first ball was an average shot to play, very first ball. But the 2 key wickets, guys who have really broken the back of these run chasers if they've had to do them, or set the targets with absolute power at the top, are both gone inside the power play, inside the first 4.5 overs. So, superb from Deshpande up top.
Yeah, and we keep talking about Chennai being difficult. It's being difficult for visiting teams to win in Chennai. I think more than the crowd, and I think it's about, understanding the conditions. I think they understand the conditions in training as well. I think your wet ball practice theory also says why they're just so good. It's you may think it's just common sense, but it's about applying the basics, and the common sense is what makes them so good at home. They've won 50 at home now.
Yeah, they won 50 at home. In fact, they would have won more. It's just that they played two years less than Mumbai has and Kolkata have in their home ground.
Correct. And then also they didn't play 1 year, if I remember.
Correct. They were out. They had to go play in Pune. And
when it was the Chennai team.
Yeah, it was
playing.
the grandstands because it was the Chennai team, but they couldn't play because those 2 grandstands weren't finished on one side of the ground, so they had to go elsewhere.
So that's another season.
They played Pune for a while, I feel.
Because only 2 other teams have gone beyond 50, and I think they had 51 or 52 or some number, which is Mumbai at Wankhede and of course KKR at Eden. They've had a longer run. So percentage-wise is what Joyce pointed out. Percentage-wise, probably higher at Chennai. And this is one of the factors that makes it hard. That's one. The crowd is one for sure. but the crowd is support all over the country for them. I think Hyderabad, when they were playing in Hyderabad, had more yellow perhaps than orange over there.
Exactly.
But is it that they enjoy? Is it the fact that they know and respect those conditions, and therefore Hyderabad is thinking, oh, we won't be able to pay with the dew will become a factor, but Chennai says we're bowling second, doesn't matter.
Yeah, they know
Practice for the dew.
They know it inside out. They know that dressing room, that side screen, that everything. They practice out there. They know that stadium better than anyone else done. And because their coaching staff is continuity, everybody knows.
Yeah.
You see other coaching staffs. In that same period, 5 coaches might have changed.
Just look across the aisle at Hyderabad today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or other guys might have changed. Here you're playing in the same stadium and these same guys have been looking at this for 17 years. They know it upside down.
One thing you notice with all the Chennai bowlers, as it gets later in the piece, like obviously Deepak Chahar tries to swing the ball up front. But all of the Chennai bowlers, one of the keys to bowling with a wet ball is cross seam.
Always.
Because you actually get a little bit more grip with the seam running this way through your fingers than down the seam.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit more grip on it when you go across the seam because you've got more of the seam in your fingers and the seam is slightly better than the slippery side of the ball. But you see 90% of their seam bowlers from about over 10 onwards were all bowling cross or three-quarter seam. So you're getting more of the seam feeling in your fingers because that's the slightly easier part to hold on to from a wet ball point of view. And that's what you see all the time. So that's the one thing they do practice.
Yeah, it may seem simple, but you got to do it, and they do it. Chennai gets it done at home all the time. And what does it take to beat Chennai at home? Well, a superhuman effort the other night that we saw from Marcus Stoinis. You need something like that. Hyderabad needed something like that today. And, well, as we said, the 2 people that they could have got it from were either Travis Head or Abhishek Sharma. They've been getting it from them. But Tushar Deshpande just put an end to that, right? Tushar Deshpande. I think we should just talk about Tushar a little more because here's the thing, right? It's not, you're coming up to bowl against these guys, Simon. You're coming up to bowl against these 2 marauding madmen in the power play. And that's what they've been, both these guys. The kind of positive mindset you need, we must applaud that as well.
Yeah, you've got to have an attacking mindset.
Yeah.
If the moment you back off or are a little bit timid against power hitters, anyone that's got power, whether you're bowling to Head, Abhishek, Andre Russell, any of those guys with big boy power, if you take a backward step for a moment, you will lose the contest. So you've got to have every bit of effort. You've got to know exactly from the top of your mark. You cannot be changing your mind halfway through. Watch the batter's doing. You've got to know from the top of your mark what ball you're bowling, what you're trying to do, and how you're trying to execute it. And if you've got that in your mind and you're bowling with every bit of effort, every ball, you're in the contest. If you're backing off slightly, you'll miss your length, you'll fetch. And Deshpande was very good at that time. I thought he bowled that right length, the right line, and like short wide one gets hit to backward point, short wide one, that can happen. You got the fielders in the right place to bowl that particular ball. If that's your bad ball, your fielder's in the right place to do it.
They say, I mean, Bravo is now their bowling coach, and he's been a master for them, especially in the death overs. So now they've started to entrust Tushar Deshpande in the death, and in the match against KKR, he got the wicket of Andre Russell, and his celebration was the famous Bravo dance. So there's a little bit of continuity there. Again, continuity. Somebody who's teaching your bowling coach has bowled there for so many years, he knows those conditions again. So again, what we are saying is, see, these guys, the thing about Chennai is somebody will blow them away. You will get the Stoinis will blow them away. Maybe a Travis Head blows them away on a day when they're going. But they're not going to be out-coached. They're not going to be out-taught on their ground. You beat them fair and square.
I like that. Out-coached, out-strategized, out-taught. That's something that they do really well, and which is what allows them to optimize their resources. And they've been doing that just for so many years. They've got 5 trophies to prove that, haven't they? Well, today, their bowling will tell you that they also managed to do really well because of the cushion that was provided to them by a 200-plus score. And that 200-plus score happened, well, the backbone of that was just one man, the captain, and he's our Omnigel Spray Performer of the Day. No pain for fans. Today there was only pain for Hyderabad and their fans. There was some pain later for Ruturaj as well. There was, I think he needs a little Omnigel spray on his thumb, which was a little worrying. But then suddenly the impact sub rule doesn't seem too bad because, hey, he can not field in the next one and come in just to bat. We've seen captains to do that. KL Rahul's done that. Faf has done that last season.
Absolutely.
So captains are known to do that. But we're not talking about the next game. We're talking about today's game and today's performance. Today's 98 coming at a strike rate of 180 plus. Joy, he was just amazing today because so much of it was just timing, intelligence, playing the field, playing the conditions, playing the bowler. Masterful innings today.
Absolute masterful innings. And remember, the ball was not that wet when he started off with. So, the way they played, the way they accelerated again, very, very well.
Yeah.
I think the thing about him is he makes big partnerships. And if you see his score variations, once he crosses a certain 20-30, he tends to get big ones.
Yep.
And that's how they play. They play with him getting the big ones. The thing about it is, again, 180, strike rate of 180, he doesn't look it, He just doesn't look as if he's trying to hit the ball out of the ground.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like, Fraser McGurk or a Tristan Stubbs,
Yeah, that's what I love about him. It's almost old school batting at a new age speed. He's not trying to smack the
Lovely.
leather off the ball.
Old school batting at new age speed is a terrific one. It's a great one.
And it is timing. And when he hits the ball through the covers, he seems to find the gap more often than not as well, especially early on in that power play. And they can pack that offside, but the angle of the bat, the timing, again, when you play so much on that particular surface, if you go too hard, and we saw that was half the issue with Hyderabad.
Yeah.
You're going so hard at the ball, it's very difficult to time it. He just comes down on the ball beautifully with a free flowing swing of the bat. He's not trying to bludgeon it. He is all about timing. He knows that as long as he's on top of the bounce, if he hits the middle of the bat, he'll time it well. When you're going too hard at it, if it comes off a little slower, you always toe end it, or you find the outside third of the bat. But he's just, more often than not, he has success because of that timing.
Yeah.
And it's just so nice to watch.
And he has been in brilliant form. There was just a little bit of a brain fade in the middle for CSK when they sent him down at 3. But order has been restored. It's serviced as per usual. He's back to open. He's back to getting the runs. Today he fell 2 short of the century, but that 2 he will not care about because the 2 that he cares about is on the points table. And that's why the captain Ruturaj Gaikwad, our Omni-Gel Spray Performer of the Day, no pain for fans. Right, and then the 2 points I'm talking about, very happy with them. Let's have a look at the points table and see where they are.
Wow.
And now what I see? I see a bit of Pink Panther here. You know why? There is just a traffic jam at 10. What is going on? There are 5 teams at 10.
Net run rate as well. What have they improved that by? 0.3?
Yeah.
Were they 0.3 or something like that prior to today?
I think, 0.2,
Or
0.2, somewhere in the middle of 0.2,
3 or
0.3.
5? I can't remember.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they've improved it dramatically.
I think they've gone up half a point.
Half a
I'm
point, was
guessing.
it? Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, they've gone up. And look at Hyderabad. All those big scores, and they're almost at scratch now with the net run rate.
Yep.
Because the last loss was, it doesn't seem that big compared to this one, but that was, I think, a 40-run...
30 odd, 40, yeah.
Yeah, odd loss. This one is a big one as well. So, yeah, they are there, 9. Lucknow is also 10 from 9. Suddenly you're looking at this Delhi team, who till 3 weeks ago...
0.4.
Everybody had written off. Oh, my God, so many injuries. Mitchell Marsh is gone. Harry Brook never came. They've got that 11 right somehow right now. It's working. They're up at 10 points as well. Yes, they played 1 game extra, but they're going to fancy their chances as well. So this league is looking, it's always looking interesting, but this points table is looking super interesting. That's a proper jam, Simon.
It is a proper jam. I'm just looking for Chennai's remaining fixtures. They've got 2 more at home.
Yeah, love them.
So they're on the road for 3 more and 2 more at home.
Yeah.
So it makes them dangerous. You look at that now and you think, the last thing Rajasthan want to see in a playoff tree is Chennai.
Yeah.
And
because it's in Chennai.
It's in Chennai.
Yeah. And in a playoff, you don't want to be playing Chennai in Chennai.
No.
Let's face it. You don't want to be doing that. But this points table is looking super juicy now, isn't it?
Yep. Big back match tomorrow.
Every game now, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, but tomorrow is special because 2 10-pointers will be playing.
Yeah, I've got a day off, so I don't know who's playing tomorrow. I just, and obviously between Knight Riders and Delhi, someone is going to be reaching 12 tomorrow. But geez, if Delhi can do that now, look, Knight Riders actually have 2 games in hand from Delhi. Delhi's played 10. Knight Riders have played. So tomorrow, actually, if Delhi can go to league-wise, it makes it more interesting because the Knight Riders can make up those points.
Yeah, because they've got 2 in hand,
Yes, so you're looking at a time where even when everybody goes to 10 games or 11 games, they could still potentially be tied.
Who would have thought after 3 games or so when Ricky Ponting was sort of chuntering around the boundary line, all angry that Delhi would have a chance to go to second or go into that top bracket.
Yeah, they will go to second. I mean,
Wait a second, come back, bring it back. That's right.
They go to second.
They go to second.
Even though other
Go to
teams have
second,
games
wouldn't
in hand, they go to second.
That's right, because with 12 points,
Yeah, you go
it's
to
16 and then 10.
Sort of say they would go to second place. They could be second place tomorrow night,
Wow.
which is just crazy.
Just for the drama of that, I'd like to say, Knight Riders fans are going to hate me. And listen, man, it's King Khan's team. I never want King Khan's team to lose. We never was. I saw Pathan first show. Well, I'm lying. It was the second show. First show's too early. So it was the second show on the first day. But, tomorrow's going to be a blockbuster as well. But anyway, with this game, there, of course, if you're a Chennai fan, there were plenty of cool moments. Not so much if you were a Hyderabad fan today. But we'll have a look at them. Our carrier room air conditioner's coolest moment of the match. We've all got a different one. Joy, start with you.
Well,
You're looking at me like eager student.
Wait. My point is, you've seen 5 fast bowlers from Chennai, medium pacers from Chennai. Who bowls the first proper bouncer? Ravindra Jadeja. And he gets a wicket.
That's right.
He goes straight in there, whip. The guy didn't know where the ball was coming.
He may have whacked that trick from the Krunal Pandya book of bowling.
Possibly.
But it was good. It was good, that one.
Yep. That wicket, Ravindra Jadeja's wicket, off a short delivery.
Short delivery, yeah. We may be pushing it by saying it's a bouncer, but yeah, it was a short delivery for sure. And it foxed. It's short and slightly quicker.
Yeah.
Definitely foxed the batter. Yours?
Well, mine is full and very quick.
Pathirana's
delivery to get Markram. I mean, thank goodness the Yorker is not dead in our game.
Yeah.
And when you can bowl them at a pace like that and uproot the stumps, there is no better feeling or nothing better to watch from a bowling point of view. So that is my coolest moment.
Unless you're a technician trying to repair those.
Well, that's the issue nowadays. Yes, broken stumps, fixed cameras, wiring missing.
Yeah.
But no, that was my.
I like that.
That was my coolest moment.
My coolest moment was when Daryl Mitchell was going in for his 5th catch of the game. The ball looked at him and said, "What, you again?" The ball and me are friends. We talk, so it told me that's why. Who's this guy again? Yeah, but 5 catches of Daryl Mitchell. I'll put that down as a cool moment, and he got a 50 before that as well. So all in all, it's been a good day for him. We've got a few tweets in as well. Let us read them together as a group. Ayush says the perfect way to bounce back from a tough loss, a complete team performance from Chennai at home. So he's taken the whole match as a cool moment as a Chennai fan.
Strategic initiative.
I love it. Next one from Jay Gavas saying Gaikwad, despite being so tired due to the heat and humidity, played from 7:30 to 11:30 full time on the field. That's the love for the game. Jay, you're so easily impressed. It's so sweet. You will. He's the captain. He'll be there for the full game. All right. The next one is from Keith Rogers. Says Tushar Deshpande sticking to his lens to pick up 3 top order destructive batters was your carrier coolest moment of the match. All right. Excellent. Thank you for those, and keep sending those in as and when you notice them. We'd love to read them out here on the show. Those were our carrier room air conditioners coolest moment of the match. Okay, apparently we have a game tomorrow we have to talk about. It's my day off. It's not part of my contract, but I'll still do it.
All right.
Grudgingly.
You're a good man.
Grudgingly. Because I'll tell you why I'm doing it grudgingly, because these are both Joy's teams, right? Lives in one city. Other city.
Devoted to the other city.
Devoted hopelessly, to the other city.
Hopelessly.
He bleeds purple, apparently, is what he does. And this match is happening in Kolkata tomorrow at Eden Gardens. So safe to say that it's not going to be as tough to bat as it was today in Chennai. Safe to say. What's it going to be tomorrow? 540 runs? 530 runs?
I mean, knowing, given Kolkata has not exactly restricted sides too successfully, this should be a high-scoring.
I'm saying, let's just say how many over 500? Right? Because both these teams.
Does this count for our guessing game? Because I don't want to get another one wrong.
No, you can't.
Okay, good.
Are you? Did you get?
No, if we say how many over 500, does it count for? I don't want to. No.
I'm not here tomorrow.
No.
Right? So I can put my guess in. You can count it if it's correct. Discount it if it's wrong. Not discount it. Uncount it if it's wrong.
Actually, if you look at it, more Delhi players are from Kolkata for playing for Bengal than the other way around. So
how many of there's
Abhishek Porel,
Abhishek Porel, Saurabh Ganguly,
Mukesh
Kumar.
You've got more.
It's on the list.
Rasik Salamdar, he's also played for KKR.
There you go.
So there are quite a few. Ishant has played for Kolkata.
Ishant Sharma has.
Yeah, that's right.
There's quite a few.
But there's a lot of cross-pollination anyway happening now.
I'd say Abhishek Porel, I can count Abhishek Porel and Mukesh Kumar. They are current Bengal players.
That's right.
But on the other side, you have Delhi players.
That's right.
KKR has a lot of Delhi players. Suyash Sharma, Harshit Rana, Nitish Rana, Vaibhav Goel, Vaibhav
Arora.
Yeah, so they have 4.
Gautam Gambhir.
Gautam Gambhir.
Come on.
They swapped mentors.
That's right. You got the Calcutta boy running Delhi. You got the Delhi boy running Calcutta. But I want to take a moment just to talk about Gigi coming back to his love, right? Gigi, 2 successful seasons, 2 trophies there. Joy and I have spoken ad nauseum about how good he was as Calcutta captain. But just as coach here, I think you can just see this calmness, this stillness, this consistency of purpose, this unity of direction that this team has. There's something coming together this year which we perhaps were not seeing in the last couple of years.
Yeah, and I think having a figure like that at the top and just overseeing everything, he's had a big part to play in the whole sort of structure. I think this year, he probably might even have more of a part to play next year. But to have that sort of player who's been there, done it for the franchise, and the only times they have done it, he's been involved. Obviously, his nous in and around playing the game, his ability to interact with the Indian talent in particular, I think, which is that's one of the biggest things for me in this tournament. The ability for either a senior coach or an assistant coach to interact with the Indian talent is a huge thing for this particular tournament. So to have someone like that there, I think, who just knows the conditions, knows the ground, knows what he wants, probably gets what he wants, generally, I think, as well. It's got to be good for Kolkata.
I mean, I can tell because he told me once that when he took over as captain, and you were probably witness to this, he said that Shah Rukh told him that you don't tell me how to do movies, so I'm not going to tell you how to run your cricket team. So go ahead and carte blanche, do what you want to do.
No, absolutely. And at its best, Kolkata Trevor Bayliss was a great coach, but the decisions, Trevor Bayliss gave Gautam his head. And to his credit, Gautam ran with that beautifully. And I think there are 2-3 other important factors that you look at. One is that nobody understands how to use Andre Russell and Sunil Narayan better than Gautam Gambhir.
Jeez, it's really working with Narayan for sure.
I mean, just see their usage over the last 4 years after he left and when he came back. Just see the difference in usage. It is dramatic. Because he knows how to motivate them, how to use them, how to play them. He knows exactly. So that's one. Secondly, coaching staff also, he's got somebody who knows him very well and has got his back, Ryan Tendushkate, who's been part of the coaching process. He understands
Great lad.
So he understands what Gautam wants to do. He gets Gautam. So then you have one more person, pollinating the other people about what Gautam is about. So then you have somebody like Manish Pandey, who's also been in the team. So he knows Gautam. So there's a lot of familiar things that are happening that's just surrounding Gautam with such comfort.
Don't forget the captain. The captain became captain after Gautam gave up captaincy of Delhi mid-season. And remember, Shreyas Iyer became captain mid-season out of the blue because Gautam Gambhir said, that's it, I'm done. I'm not carrying my weight in this team.
Brilliant. And can I continue on that theme? Nitish Rana became captain because Gautam Gambhir gave up captaincy of the Delhi Ranji team, saying that I want a young person to take over. So Nitish Rana is also there.
Serendipity, man. That's what they call. Can I tell you there's another KKR boy in Delhi? Where did Ricky Ponting start his IPL career?
I remember.
Oh, man. Christopher Nolan is just like, he's inside my brain right now. He's like, what is this Inception level stuff you're doing here, man? That's what we do. We do magic, right? We do magic. All right, can Knight Riders do magic tomorrow? When you look down that team, you're pretty sure that there's not really going to be any changes there, right? I know there's perhaps a little bit of trauma from a few days ago, but you don't make changes to a 260 side, and I really doubt if they'll do that.
Do they stick with Chimera for one more game? Give Stark another game off? Look, he was expensive, but Stark's been expensive. So
True.
I think it'd be unfair to drop him after just one game.
Yeah.
So I'd give him another game.
But it purely depends on the cut on the finger, right? This is what they said. If the cut on the finger is fine with Mitchell Stark, he comes back.
Well, if the cut on the finger was real
Yeah.
as well.
I said.
Or whether it was just an excuse to rest him.
Yeah. It's
When it was a very
the
convenient-
imaginary cut has imaginary heat.
Exactly. It was a very convenient cut, wasn't
Yeah.
it, when you've been travelling all about the park.
Yeah.
So, look, I mean, all jokes aside, I think, even if he is fit, I think Chimera probably deserves one more crack at it.
Yeah.
It's not like Stark has set the tournament alight and Chimera's had one game. So I'd probably give him one more just to see how he goes.
But
just in
that's
case you do need him at the back end of the tournament.
Yeah.
If something does happen, something more serious happens to Mitchell Stark, you might need him at the back end of the tournament. So give him another run.
We're just happy that, they didn't say niggle, because these days a lot of mysterious niggles happen with captains at tosses. But let's look at the other team tomorrow, Delhi. And, the question there is, this opening pair. Now look at it. There was Prithvi Shaw, David. They've done a few as well, right? There was Prithvi Shaw, David Warner. Now last game, it's worked like a charm that they had Fraser McGurk and Abhishek Porel. Do you stick with that, Joy?
I'd stick with it. With it just because it's a winning combination. It's given them something. I also thought that Shea Hope batted with a lot more intent than I've seen him before.
He pleasantly surprised me.
So I think he's been wanting to break out, and he has been playing T20 leagues all over, but just somewhere the belief is that he's this 50 over player.
Yeah.
I think he's shown enough to prove that he wants it bad enough, and he's got some runs behind him.
Yeah, that's true. His 50 over prowess actually makes him come down in the pecking order in terms of perception. You don't think of him in the same way like you think of a Robin Powell, Hetmeyer, Puran, any one of them.
His T20 numbers weren't good.
Yeah.
From a strike rate point of view, they just weren't very good. But he's worked incredibly hard in the last year and a half to try and up that strike rate, to try and be more proactive, be a little bit more inventive, more aggressive. So I know he's working incredibly hard. He's desperate to play this format of the game, and he thinks he's good enough, and he's got all the shots. It's just, does he have the power? Well, we saw a glimpse of that the other night. I thought his innings was terrific the other night. That's the only spot that's really up for grabs for David Warner now. Because Tristan Stubbs is not getting dropped.
Yeah.
Fraser McGurk is not getting dropped.
Yeah.
So the only spot that's up for grabs is maybe a number 3-4 spot for David Warner. Because even if Warner was to come back, how do you can't replace Fraser McGurk at the top.
Yeah. And it's brutal. It's a cutthroat world. It's brutal. And what are you going to do? Does it still hold? Like if Lizard Williams doesn't play tomorrow, you don't come to the show? Does it still hold?
We'll talk about that shortly.
Yeah? All right. We'll talk about that. Because Simon has been quite serious about the fact that if Lizard Williams didn't play, he would not come to the show.
He's sticking to his guns. He's one of those guys.
Yeah, but he's here. That's a major problem for them. But is it something... I know that David Warner's been a mainstay of this team. But time like everything else moves on for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Suresh Raina was great. It happens. You just hit it. It happens. I think he's at the tail end of a great career. Yeah. But I loved that last ball that he played beautifully, saying that Jake Fraser McGurk, Australia should look at him for test matches. Notice he didn't say T20 World Cup. He said test matches. Get him into the test team immediately.
Oh, that's clever.
I guess Perel opened, didn't he?
Yeah. Perel opened in the last one.
Yeah, so I guess if you wanted to drop Shea Hope and open with Warner and Fraser McGurk and Perel could slip down the order.
Yeah.
I guess that's their option. But it'd be a tough call on Shea Hope after what he did the other day.
Oh, he did, for sure. Player to watch out for each of the teams?
Oh, Lizard Williams.
Excellent.
He bowled with some really good pace.
Would have been anticlimactic if you named anyone else.
Yeah, correct. He bowled with some really good... there was one delivery in particular. He got to Rohit who sort of got to about there and thought, oh, I am in trouble big time. And he just got a top edge on it, flew over his helmet, but was about to crush him right in the grill. It was a terrific delivery, good pace. They continue with him. Oh, he's my one to watch out for Delhi.
For me, I think KKR shares Iyer, and the reason I say it is because that middle attack of Delhi, which is Kuldeep Yadav and Akshar Patel, and I think for all his problems against genuine pace, I think Shears is probably their best player to spin. He and Narayan really go after the spinners.
Okay.
So that clash will be crucial for me.
All right. Jake Fraser McGurk, Phil Salt, Andre Russell, Rinku Singh, Tristan Stubbs, Rishabh Pant.
You don't have too many choices, do you?
It's a tough one, yeah. It's a tough one. Kuldeep Yadav. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one tomorrow. But it is definitely going to be a great game when you look at that points table. I'll just remind you once again that if Delhi wins this game, they can go to second position. That's right. The Delhi Capitals can win this game and go to second position tomorrow. But you perhaps say that Knight Riders playing at home still got a bit of an edge, don't they? Just a bit of an advantage?
Just the way that Delhi are playing now and the confidence they're playing with. I mean, I think they'll go there relatively, if it's a good surface, I think they'll go there relatively confident that they can take them down.
Yeah, and any team chasing there will now go, sky's the limit.
Yeah, 262, if they can't defend, perhaps you always have a chance. We're always in the game.
Yeah.
They'll always think they're in the game because, that's one thing that will worry KKR.
But it's quite interesting though, isn't it? Like, if Knight Riders bat first again tomorrow, what are they thinking when they...
Well, exactly. What are they thinking?
Yeah, what's safe? What's safe?
That's the problem. And is it going to be a flatter surface? Is it going to be a surface that suits their bowling attack a little more? Maybe a little bit pace off.
So the gentleman out there, Prashant Mukherjee, he has turned around and said that I make pitches for the BCCI. The BCCI told me to make good pitches, so I made good pitches.
Brilliant. I like it.
Love it.
Good.
Yeah, that's great. We are going to get another 500 game tomorrow, aren't we? Looks like we will. All right. So we've got a little bit of business to finish before we go away and let you sleep. I know you've got Monday morning, so I'll be really quick. The Joy Factor question and answer. The Joy Factor question, let's bring it up.
Okay, it's an interesting one. Full member nations, which record from the first T20 international match is yet to be broken. And I believe you covered that match, Simon Doull.
I did cover that match, yes, at Eden Park. Yeah. And the answer would be Ricky Ponting's highest score. He scored 98. Australia chased down New Zealand's score in that game. So it's the highest score by a player on T20 international debut, and it still remains.
For 98, right?
Yeah, 98.
98
and
for the full member nation.
Ruturaj just scored 98.
Exactly.
When you said that question, you didn't know this was going to happen. Or did you?
Or did I? My lips are sealed.
The Oracle. The Oracle. The real Oracle. Well, who's got the correct answer in? Lots of correct answers came in, but the first one was from Sudeep Abhyankar. So congratulations to you, Sudeep. Your knowledge about cricket is Sudeep. So.
Oh my goodness.
Is that time of the night?
Hashtag dad jokes. Dad jokes. All right. Now, of course, the most important piece of business. Every night. This happens, guessing game, right? We do the score guesses. For the first innings, it's the innings total. For the second innings, it's the power play. And I've managed to get 2 out of 4 right today. Simon's got 1 out of 4.
1 out of 4.
Right today. And same for Joy. He's got 1 out of 4 as well. I was just trying to recall. I was like 1 or 2. Well, this is what the table looks like after that. Still in the lead. Oh, hey. I'm still not smiling. I will only smile when I win the trophy at the end of the season. That's why my picture there is an unsmiling one. Let's see what Virender Sehwag has done today because he was on the Hindi show. I think he got 1 or 2. I think he got 1 right.
He got 1 out of 4.
And of course, Saimi will come here tomorrow and she will get both wrong. Yes, Joy? Can you see the crystal ball?
Let me just look at it.
Please, both wrong. I need her to get both wrong. I'll allow 1 right. If 2 right, I'm not coming back day after.
Well, on that point, I'm just starting to feel a little bit fatigued after being here for 7-8 days in a row.
Okay.
I think I need an indefinite break.
Have you got a cut on your finger?
No.
Okay,
My
just
finger's
checking.
okay, but I feel like I just need an indefinite break.
Indefinite?
Yeah.
Like, no, this is news to me. Well, you're not. When are you coming back? I mean, a couple of days is fine.
I'll let you know.
A week?
I'll let you know.
The last person
Will
who
you call me?
I'll give you a call.
Will you call me and let me know?
I'll give you a call.
But that means you'll have to unblock my number because you unblocked it.
That's a good point. Let me
When
do
I
that.
was spamming you with guess who's leading, guess who's leading.
Let me do that now. Let me do that now. Oh.
My only problem is that the last person who took an indefinite break came back within a week or so.
So a week.
I'm hopeful.
you
My
go.
man will be back.
I'll expect you on the 6th then.
I
No?
don't think so.
No, it's not happening?
No, I don't. I'm not feeling it.
Hang on 1 sec. Hang on. I know who'll know. I'm just calling Saurabh who takes care of logistics. When's the next car booked? When's the next car booked for Dooley?
The 18th.
Excellent. Well, it is a long break then. Well, Simon Doull will be enjoying his break in the lovely sunny environs of the UK. Say hi to Michael Vaughan while you're there.
I will. Yeah, I'll go and play golf with them.
That's great.
Big game of paddle.
Yeah, we'll expect you both back. Just come back in one piece, you know. You guys are of a certain vintage. Don't play too much contact sport. You're all after a certain age. Just got to be careful, right?
Yeah,
the other day I went out to take a diving catch. I left L4 and L5 on the floor. Right? They had to be glued back together. All right. Well, that's all we have time for on Cricbuzz Live. It's been a fun day. Hasn't felt like it was 2 games. Well, yeah, I guess time flies when you're hanging with friends and having fun. And that's what we attempt to make Cricbuzz Live. And hopefully we are successful in our endeavor. Simon Doull and Bhattacharjya. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for being here today.
Great stuff.
I'm Gaurav Kapur, and we will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. on Cricbuzz Live. So do join us then. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad Superfast Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন। कृपया ध्यान दें